Hey guys, One Up the Tiger here. I'm bringing you episode 7 of my Honda Civic Type R build. And in this episode, I only do one modification to the car. So I'm going to quickly cover the modifications that I do, and then I've got a couple of things I want to talk about, one of which is personal. Anyways, so right here, I finally picked up the racing tires after all this. So, pick up the racing tires, and then pretty much everything else is already taken care of. I go through and I head up to the engine finally. I just sort of like going through my mental checklist right here. I check the engine. I still have the stage 3 engine modification due for 30,000 credits. And then I have $20,000 in the, let's see, what is that? The chassis reinforcement, which is really funny because it takes 20,000 credits for, you know, strut tower bars. Are you kidding me? Those things are like 200 bucks. You know? But I think it's a full, suspension setup that is just sort of not suspension setup, but just a full setup to increase the rigidness of the suspension. And what I decided to do is I race in the Tuner Car Cup. I think it's one of the more competitive. That, and like I said, the Turbocharged Cup and the Tuner Car Cup I think are the most competitive of the championships that they have in this. And so what I want to do is I want to race on a night course. So I picked the special, was it SSR 5 special stage route 5, or some people say route. But I really like, from Gran Turismo 2 on, I think it was Gran Turismo 2, what are they? It's Gran Turismo 1, they changed these courses around just a little bit. But anyway, since Gran Turismo 2, for sure, this has been one of my favorite courses to run. And you can take a look at the field at top. It's really funny when they put the gaps in there. I don't know why. It just it reminds me of that one time I was like, why do I have a gap in front of me? And boom, I got blown out. So anyways, what I want to talk about right now is I've got a paper to write. It's due on Wednesday. I've been thinking about it the last couple of days, and I need to get it written. And basically what I'm saying is I probably won't post a video till next Thursday. And it's not that it takes a long time to like make a video. It's going to take me like whatever 10 minutes or something like that to make this video. I mean, minus like the processing, you know, the processing, and then of course the uploading. But it's just get the gameplay and do it. It's just more time consuming than I have. You know, it's not like I got these games like stored up. I mean, these I do, but just anyways, not all of them. Especially Call of Duty games, I go and I capture them, and then like the ones I want, I'll capture, and then I'll do a commentate on them. So it takes a little bit longer than just the 8 to 10 minutes or even 15 minutes to commentate it. But so I'll do my best to put a video out before next Thursday. Maybe I could put one out on Tuesday or something like that. So don't go anywhere. You know, don't leave. I'll be back. But I got a paper to write about my. It's an early U.S. history course. It's the British Empire to 1775, so I guess it's not really early U.S. history. It's just early American, early colonial history. How about that? And right now we're in the 1660s or so, and we have to analyze these two books that we read so far this semester, and just talk about why it's relevant for us today to look back at history and re-envision history, or revision, not like revise, but just re-envision how we think about what happened in the past. It mainly has to do with about these Northampton free blacks who were very successful plantation owners and family, and why that is important now, because if we look at African Americans in, say, the 1600s, the 17th century and 18th century as being slaves. We know them as just being slaves and not having any rights. And this is a family, and this entire area of Southampton was in Virginia was an area that had free blacks, and these free blacks, they would go to court and they'd win court cases against white people, and they owned slaves, black and white servants or indentured servants, not necessarily permanent slaves. And so anyway, so I'm kind of getting off topic here explaining my paper, but that's just sort of been on my mind the last couple of days, and building my argument for my paper, which my instructor really wants a very strong argument. And I think I've come up with a good argument, and basically just to sort of, I got 5 laps to talk through, so I guess I got some time. My argument is that when we're taught early U.S. history or early colonial history in the school system, at least when I was going to school, you know, you learn about the Puritans, and you really don't learn about Chesapeake Bay. And you learn that the Puritans were persecuted in England, and they came on the Mayflower, and you know, they established a colony, and the Indians played a very small part of the history. You know, they're just there to like give food to them, and they really didn't have much in the way of like an impact on the Puritans. You know, of course they wore the belt buckle, shoes, and everything. You know, all that stuff. You know, when you start looking at history, from not such a watered down version of it, you realize that the Puritans weren't exactly as good of people as you think. You know, they had murdered in cold blood Indians, and the thing is, those Puritans felt that everything they did was somehow justified by God. You know, if they when they landed and they found a suitable area to plant, they said, oh, this was the Lord brought us here, so this is a sign that the Lord wants us to be here. And there's these primary source documents that we've read, and what it states is that, you know, they killed these Indians in cold blood basically because it was God's wish that these people died. And so you really start to look at these people who are supposed to be the pinnacle of morality, as you're taught when you're a kid, and these guys are really bad people. I mean, they really are awful people. I mean, don't even get me started on Christopher Columbus. I mean, we have a day dedicated to Christopher Columbus, and he enslaved an entire island and killed countless people, all for silver. You know, so it's like we idolize and put these people up on a pedestal who don't really deserve to be up on a pedestal. And so anyways, wow, that's a lot longer than I really want to talk about that, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that a little bit. I want to get back on doing my history lessons for the Black Ops videos. I don't know, I just have a hard time commentating Black Ops videos right now, and maybe it's just because I'm not particularly enjoying the game right now. Maybe when the latest patch like fixes itself or whatever. But what I'm going to work on tomorrow, is, just so you guys know, is I'm going to submit MLB 11 the show video to Machinima Sports, and I really don't feel like I'm an expert in many fields, such as like maybe cars. I mean, I was a mechanic, so I mean I could talk about, you know, being a mechanic and stuff, but I don't feel like I can give out tips and tricks in like Black Ops, because I play that game by the seat of my pants. I really don't have much in the way of tactics when I play the game, not like a Woody or like a T-Mart or like an Onslaught or something. But plus I don't really break down videos. I really don't like to get that in depth in my videos, and so anyways, I don't really feel like I could give those sort of tips and tricks videos. But what I want to do is I'm going to do an MLB 11 the show series, Road to the Show series for Machinima, and I'm going to see if it gets picked up. And what I'm going to do is at the end of every video, I'm going to put some sort of baseball tip in there. And the first one I think I'm going to do is just something really basic about like gripping the bat, you know. And I feel that that's a topic that I can give advice on, because I've been playing baseball for 20 years. You know, I started playing baseball at 8, and here I am turning 28 this month, and so I'm about to start my 20th year playing baseball. And you know, I played from everything from competitive baseball in high school and to just recreational baseball, what I play now. And so I feel that that's an area that I'm strong enough and knowledgeable enough in, and I even coached baseball too, so I feel that I'm very knowledgeable and strong enough in that game that I can give out those sort of tips, you know. And I saw these couple of guys on Machinima Sports doing some sort of breakdown or whatever, and they were like hitting softballs, and the dude who was hitting softballs, he just did not have good form, you know. Anyway, so I think it's sort of like, if you're gonna be putting out videos in the sports realm, you probably should be somewhat knowledgeable in the sport in which you're putting it out in. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be that way, but I mean, I saw a bunch of commentators on Machinima Sports doing Gran Turismo 5 videos, and these guys are just like, could you get people who know something about cars? And so now I've yet to see him the show, Road to the Show, on Machinima Sports, so hopefully I could be the first one, and we'll see what happens with that. And maybe I'll probably try to do like a once a week game, you know, and play it while, you know, just play it and then record once a week or something and do a commentary. So anyways, hopefully that goes through. And I did want to talk about something else really quick, but I mean, I only have like 30 seconds or something left of this video, but I mean, it's kind of personal, and I really don't want to broadcast it up because I don't want it to be a big deal. But last night, and this is kind of why I had a hard time doing a commentary recently, but I mean, I wanted to do it late the other night, but I just didn't feel up to it. But last night, Dana broke up with me. You know, she's a great girl and everything, but I guess she said we have some philosophical differences, and maybe we'll get back together. I'm not sure. Maybe things will be ironed out in the next couple of days, but I'm not going to blast her. I'm not going to say she's a bad person at all. She's a great girl, and so we just seem to have a difference. And then on top of that, actually, I'm going to run over, so you guys stay tuned because there's actually a little bit more after this. But after that, today was just like a really bad day because I had the security gate come out, sneak up, and just like totally I obliterated my like driver's side mirror. And so I've got some photos to show you guys. So getting, having Dana break up with me plus this night was like a bad night anyways, guys. So I'm just a little down, and hopefully, after Wednesday, after I get my paper done and just sort of get back on my feet, then everything will be back to normal. So anyways, guys, that's a video. I'm going to show you a couple of these pictures too. Hopefully they're playing right now. So as always, I will talk to you guys later.